Hi, One Life families. It's Erin here. I hope you've had a chance to get the gospel in color and have begun to dig into this great resource. I know I have, and I've really loved the way that it's been grounded in the Bible and just how it is laid out in the sense that racism is against the Bible. It is against how God created this world, and that we can continue to just fight for equality for everyone. So I was just going to touch a little bit on the first part of the book, the introduction, sort of the what's this book about anyway, and then just touch on a couple of things that before we start going into the first chapter. So I think for me, just the thing that stood out the most for that introduction part was just the fact that it really is a celebration that we are all different, and that is beautiful, and it's exactly how God designed it, and it's especially beautiful when we all come together to worship Jesus as one big family, and that whole thing that's laid out in Revelation at the end of the Bible, and just how that is his vision for us. And just the idea that racism says that some people are more valuable than others, and how that is a lie. And they just flat out say that is a lie, and it causes pain. And that's what we're trying to work towards mending, is this pain that we have caused, and to work to better that. Which also brings up the idea of the color blindness, which some of you may already have that idea, but I know for me, the idea that color blindness was definitely talked about when I was little, kind of the idea that like everyone, I don't see color, and but that's actually the opposite of what we want. We want to see color, we want to celebrate color, we love the diversity. If you take away that color, you're taking away a huge part of that person. So color blindness is not what we are striving for, right? And so we want to make sure that we're prioritizing the marginalized voices and letting them know that is what we want. We want to see them with that. So, just checking my notes here. And then the idea that we're all sinners, right? That, and the privilege that we have has caused us to sin against others, but that we, again, are all sinners, and we need God's grace, right? And forgiveness, which is readily available through Christ, and that we just need to continue to realize that we have caused pain towards other groups, and that how we can build going forward is the next step that we need to do, and that unification of all things and people in Christ through the gospel is our goal. So we're going to continue this journey. I love, again, that it's based on the Bible. It's filled with truth that can change the world and heal hearts, and I just love that idea. So I hope that you had a chance to do kind of that introduction part of the book, and then are about to move on to the first chapter. So I think just one little note as I've sort of been doing this with our family, this idea that for us, different kids equals different approaches. So for me and my kids, I have one, of course, Noelle, that she's really capable of kind of reading on her own and understanding some of these ideas and having conversations, whereas Kaysen's not there yet. So for us, it's just a matter of like breaking it down for each one. So that may mean that you're not doing them this at the same time, possibly. Maybe you're doing one with one at a certain time and one with another time, so that you can really allow you to meet your kiddo at the part where they're at. I think that for us is how we're making it a little more successful. So hopefully that's helpful. Next week, we're going to talk about chapter 1 and all of the things that are in there. I'm going to include a link with this video that does have the Bible verse, the memorizing Bible verse, as a coloring sheet. So if you wanted to do that as a way to help memorize, if your kiddos wanted to use that, you could do that. I mean, you're also just have them write it out, or you write it out and they color it, but just wanted to give you one other option that you could use if you're going to. So if you can, head to chapter 1 for this next week. It's all about what is race. And yeah, we'll meet back here next Wednesday.